There we go. So tonight we have the pleasure of hearing from Teresa, who was in the MBF test group. Just a little bit about Teresa. She signed up as a coach in January and she hit Success Starter in her first 3 months as a coach. So that means she locked in Success Club her first 3 months. You have up to 6 months to achieve Success Starter in your first 6 months as a coach, as long as you achieve Success Club in any of those 3 months. But she did it in 3 months, and she had the privilege of joining the MBF test group, which is a huge deal. Back when I became a coach, and actually all the years past up until this year, they pretty much just pick top coaches and elite coaches to be in these test groups. And now they're opening up to newer coaches, which I think is so awesome. Such a great opportunity for these coaches. And I'm excited to hear how she liked this. I know she loved this program, but I'm excited to hear all the ins and outs of it now. After she's done talking about the program, I'm going to go into some of my top tips to really rock a program launch. I've been through quite a few program launches here since in my coaching career, and I feel like there's certain things that I think are important to focus on as we approach a launch of a new program. So I'm excited to share some of those tips with you guys. But for now, I'm going to pass it on to Teresa. I'm going to pin you.
All right. Thank you so much, Kinsey.
You're welcome.
I'm really excited to be here and talk to you guys about MBF. It's been kind of hard the past 5 weeks because it's been really exciting. The atmosphere within our group has been crazy, so much excitement, but I couldn't really share that too much with you guys. But we finally got the go-ahead to share this info as long as we kept it to our own words. So yeah, I'm excited to be here tonight to share this info with you guys. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put in the chat as well. I'm sure I'm going to forget something, so just put the question in the chat. Okay, so MBF. So MBF is lifting program, but it's lifting at a faster pace. So if any of you guys have done something like Lift Force, something like that, it's kind of like that, but just imagine with more of a cardio component. So that's something to expect in that. So it is in total 6 weeks long, and it's broken into MBF, which is kind of leads you up to MBFA, which is kind of turned up a notch. So the workout is a little bit longer and a little bit harder for MBFA. All right, so what else? So it's 6 days a week of working out. On Saturdays, we have a shorter workout. It's about 25 minutes long, and it's a EMOM style, so every minute on the minute. It's intense, but it's pretty quick, and it's pretty fun. And on Sundays, we have an active recovery. I don't know about you guys, but I'm always skipping out on the recovery days. But I highly recommend that you guys do it because you'll feel so much better after doing the active recovery for sure. We have our leg day, our upper body day, 2 core circuit training days, the EMOMs. Let's see what else. One thing I noticed about this program was we use a lot of muscle groups at the same time. So it's a lot of compound movements, and we're hitting our core super hard. So I don't know if you guys have seen any of the before and after pics I've been putting up, but people have been getting like pretty ripped, some really good results, you know? So yeah, let's see what else. Oh, this is something we had to keep a secret, but I can finally show you guys. It's our BOD ropes, so it's cordless jump ropes that we use. So pretty much how we've been using them is we'll lift, and then in between our sets, we use the jump ropes for like a minute. So your heart rate is up pretty much the entire time that you're doing this workout. So pretty intense, but it's a lot of fun though. Let's see, any other questions? Okay, so let's see, is it like body pump? Yeah, like lifting, but like at a fast pace. And the music will definitely get you into it as well. Let's see, describe the workout on Saturday. Okay, so the Saturday workout it's called an EMOM, so every minute on the minute. So she'll give you like a workout, like let's say burpees. So you have to do like 8 burpees 10 burpees in a minute, and then once you're done with it, you rest, and then you go back again and do burpees for another minute. So that'll be like, I don't know if I'm describing that right.
Is it like
Yeah,
to the beat? Is the EMOM to the beat of the music? Or
not necessarily. She'll give you an exercise and like how many you have to complete in a minute. And let's say it's like 10. So if you finish earlier than a minute, you have time to rest. And then you go back at it again the next minute.
Gotcha.
So it's like that for about like 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. So 5 minutes straight doing that push.
Yeah. And then she'll switch up the exercise, and then you'll do the same thing. So that's what your Saturdays are going to look like.
On average, what are the lengths of all the workouts?
Okay. So for MBF, they were about 30 minutes long. And then since we started MBFA, they've been about 40 minutes. Now the EMOMs on Saturdays are 25 minutes.
Okay.
So it's short and sweet, but the intensity is definitely there. So you'll feel it for sure.
Are the workouts the same every day, or are they all different?
Okay, so
I know you walked through like the different types of workouts, but like is leg day gonna, like 21 Day Fix is like leg days the same every leg day?
Well, so it'll be kind of similar, but then she'll introduce another, like something different to it the following week. So it'll be similar, but she'll add something in there to make it either more intense or, working at it from a different angle.
Mm-hmm. And I totally believe what you said about it totally working your core, because you're already a fit, in shape person, and your before and afters are just like your waist went like crazy.
So you guys, I was kind of self-conscious about putting my pics up because everybody else is like crazy dramatic pics, and I probably lost maybe a pound, but everybody else has been doing like 10 pounds. I mean, it's been insane. So I'm going to be getting more pictures for you guys to see, just like the results that people have been getting. And I think it's going to get people really excited about the program, just to see the results that people have been getting. So another thing is we've all been required to be on some kind of nutrition program. So I chose to do the To Be Mindset program. And it's actually really amazing because it's simple and it's really easy to do. So yeah, I think I would definitely recommend, if you got a bod group or something like that together, to also tell people about a nutrition program just so they can have the maximum results from this.
What would you say would you say this program is like for all fitness levels? Is there a modifier?
Yes. So there are definitely modifiers because some of the moves can be a little bit difficult, and they're difficult just because they require a lot of muscles at the same time. So she's really good about mentioning modifiers. So that's definitely something to mention to people, like, hey, if you can't do this, it's not a big deal, they just modify. And I think that's going to be really important with some of them for sure. Like today I was like it was kind of brutal. Yeah, fun workout. Mm-hmm. Get down the
Could a beginner do it?
Okay, they can definitely, but they might have to go lower in weight or take some rest time or do a modifier.
On average, what are the weights that you used mostly?
So for instance, on leg days, she will say you're going to want to use a heavy weight for this. So do like maybe 15 pounds, 20 pounds for like the squats, deadlifts, like that. And then she'll say, hey, you need a lighter weight for this. So she's really good about giving you cues like what to use for these exercises. So I would say
high intensity, like with lower weights, but would you sometimes use like 5-pound weights for?
Yes, definitely. Like the I'm kind of weak in my upper body. So there's some moves, especially the shoulder movements, where I would definitely use like just 5 pounds. Okay. And you'll still feel it for sure. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We might be busting out our bar weights, 3-pounders.
Yeah, but it's been such an incredible experience. I would definitely tell a coach coming in to try and get this, because it's been so amazing. I love the vibe in the group. Everybody's been super supportive of each other, and just like we've been cheering each other on. And we've also been able to do some live workouts with Megan too. So that's
awesome.
been really awesome. Yeah.
What would you say is the maybe one thing that makes this program different from other Beachbody programs you've done?
Ooh, that is a really good question. Let's see. I would say I'm kind of scared to say this a little bit, but it's a little bit intense just because there's, we're working like so many different muscles, but you're going to see the results though in your core without a doubt. Yeah.
Do you think that intensity comes from like the interval with the jump rope in between the lifting sets?
Yes.
Like because your heart rate stays up?
Absolutely. So, like I was showing you guys the bod ropes after you're done lifting. She makes you break out the bod ropes. So we're doing that for a minute after, and there's not much of a break time, but you get a great workout. And
will you show the bod? Jen was asking, is it a real jumper? Will you show them again?
Yes. So when I first got him, I was like, how do you work this thing? And it takes some coordination too. But here you guys, can you guys see?
Mm-hmm. So is the weight weighted?
It's not maybe a pound each, something like that. So they're pretty light, but with certain exercises, you'll feel it for sure. Yeah. And they do a great job in just keeping your heart rate up the entire time.
Awesome. What was your favorite part about this program?
I liked how she introduces like the different styles of workout. So I talked about the EMOM, and then there's also the AMRAP that we do every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So that's I forgot what it
stood for.
It's as many reps as possible.
Okay.
So she'll give you a group of exercises, and she'll give you, let's say, like 6 minutes to do them, as many sets as possible. So you're trying to like knock these out as quick as possible. So you have that time from 1 week, and you're going to try and beat that time the next week. So
cool.
So it's just fun, like switching it up. So we have the days that we're lifting, we're doing the core cardio circuit days, and then the 2 different styles of workouts too. So I really like that about the program.
What was the most challenging workout in the week?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like leg days are always brutal.
Yeah.
And leg days are on Mondays too. So.
Oh, yeah. Great.
Yes.
So exactly. Every day of the week is going to be the same. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I haven't gotten the go-ahead on this, but I wanted to put the calendar up for you guys to see. So once I get the go-ahead from them, I'll definitely post that up as well. Okay. And I have some dates for you guys. No, and I'll make sure to post all this stuff up too. So let's see. So the coach exclusive window is from July 7th through the 26th. And the customer launch and VIP early access, July 27th. And then it'll be available to all BOD members in late December.
Okay. Cool.
And yes, so that is a type of workout that a lot of CrossFit gyms tend to do, like the AMRAPs and the EMOMs. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's a big market for sure, and a lot of
yes. So I think once we start advertising all this, I think it's gonna bring a lot of people in. Sure.
Any other questions about, and you guys, when I go into what I'm going to talk about, if you come up with more questions about the program specifically, you can put them in the chat box and we can go back to them in the end too. But someone asked, is there a tracker that comes with this program, like a workout calendar?
Yes, there is. I just didn't get the go ahead to release it yet, so they've been kind of strict on like what we can say. And I'm sorry for like putting up just the teasers, but they're like, you can only do it for a certain amount of time. But after today, they're gonna let us release like a minute of our workouts each day. So I'm definitely gonna be posting more of the workouts so you guys can actually see what kind of moves we're doing. So just I'll be posting that as much as possible.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you've been awesome about, sharing what you can. I know it's been super tough to not be able to do anything.
Keeping it a secret. I know. But You guys are gonna love it though, for sure.
I'm so excited. And I'm excited it's 3 weeks. I love the shorter programs. I don't know, they just seem so much more achievable, especially for new people coming on, instead of saying like, oh, you're gonna do this 100-day program, which I love,
Yeah.
Morning Meltdown and 80-day obsession, but it's so nice to have those quick wins where you're like, I completed a program in 3 weeks and now you can go on to MBFA and crush
Yes.
that one next.
And then they'll see results pretty quickly too. So I think they're gonna really enjoy that part as well.
Awesome. Yay. Well, I'm so pumped for this. So I'm just going to kind of go over, again, post questions as they pop up if you have them about the program specifically. And Teresa, if you want to comment back or type, you can too. But I'm going to go into some tips on how to run an effective launch. I actually took quite a few notes from an awesome national wake-up call that Kate Schultes did back in November about when we did the bar launch. It was a national wake-up call, and I actually heard her speak on this at Leadership last year too, and she just has so many great tips for hosting an effective launch and how to make it super successful and to blow up your business. So I want to cover some things that she talked about, as well as my own tips that I've gained over the couple years with launches and how I approach them. So she approaches launches with 3 steps, and I'm going to go over those. So the first step to an effective program launch is to be excited about it. Like, even if we haven't done the program before, like I'm sitting here so excited about what Teresa just told us about this program. I'm excited that we can approach CrossFitters because it's kind of more in their wheelhouse. I'm excited that there's things that push you, like kind of like Transform 20 when you tried to outdo your best number each week. Like there's things like that to really push you. I'm excited that it's a 3-week program. So I'm going to start talking about these things in social media, the things I know about the program. So I'm going to start talking about all the things that make me excited about this program. I'm going to start talking about that I'm excited that you can do a really simple nutrition plan with it, like 2B Mindset, like Teresa mentioned, and still get killer results. And that you can lose 1 flippin' pound and still trim your waist like nobody's business, because her waist was so much thinner you would have never thought she lost 1 pound in this program. She didn't have anything to lose to begin with, but you can definitely see a difference in her before and after. So I'm going to speak to those things. I'm going to be excited, because if you're excited, and people will pick up on that, and it's going to make them excited for it too. And the best way I think to really talk about new program launches, and I know it's scary, but it's through Instagram stories. Because people really can sense that excitement from you that they can't get from like a post on social media. Super important to still post, but I think it's so important to utilize Instagram stories if you feel comfortable and talk about a program like this. Even if you just have bullet points and you kind of run through it really quickly. So I'm going to just, step number 1, be excited as I can be. I'm like, this program is right at my alley, and so I'm going to just blow it up and tell people how excited I'm about it. So step number 2 to an effective launch is obviously preparation. We obviously want to know all the details about this program that's coming out, like Cindy, I just read Cindy's name, like Teresa shared with us. We want to know, we want to become an expert. What do the challenge packs cost? How long are the workouts? How many days a week is it? And we're going to be getting more of this information coming to us over the next couple of weeks before the coach launch. But it's important to just know all the things so we can be experts, so we can plan ahead. The other thing you need to be prepared for is what outcome you're looking to get out of this launch. Are you looking to help 50 people get started in a BOD group with you? Are you going to host a big team-wide Facebook group? Are you going to just keep it to your current coaches and customers to get them started and kind of make it really exclusive because you want people to be all in? Have an outcome so you can reverse engineer what your actions are going to be to get to that outcome. So again, how many people are you going to have in your group? Is it going to be Facebook or BOD groups? When is your start date? Are you going to wait until customers can have access? Are you going to host just a coach group for your team so you guys can all get your results and become experts on the program together? Have a plan and be prepared. So that's step number 2. Step number 3 is the most important one, and is to take action. We can be a gatherer of all this information and all the stuff that Teresa just shared with us and all the stuff that's going to be coming out from Beachbody about this program. But if we don't take action on this information we're getting, there's no point in even getting the information. So action looks like these things. Personal direct messages. Who are you reaching out to start or try this new program? Basically everyone. You're going to reach out to past challengers, maybe a challenger who has fallen off the wagon and they haven't participated in a long time or haven't done a workout program in a long time. And this is the perfect opportunity to reach out to them and be like, hey, this new program's coming out. You should do this. It's only 3 weeks. I know you can do this. It's the perfect way to get you back on track. Reach out to your current coaches to get everyone started with this program together. And then also reach out to new people, maybe old conversations, old invites that have gone cold or dead. This is the perfect way to reignite those conversations in a really seamless way. So it's not weird because you're like, hey, I know we talked before, maybe things are different for you now, maybe timing's better, but there's this new program coming out and I think you really need to check it out. Again, with that excitement behind your messages, and maybe sending people voice messages is the way to really convey that excitement about the new program. So personal direct messages is obviously the biggest way to take action. The other way you can take action is inviting through Insta stories. You can create polls, you can have collect people's emails for those who want to try the program or want more information. But inviting through stories is huge. And again, it conveys your excitement. So use Instagram stories or Facebook stories to your, to the most everything. I don't even know what word I was going to say there. To the max. And then invite through posts, of course, call to actions, talk about this program again with your excitement, and talk about things, again, you're excited about this program. You are excited that it's 3 weeks. Maybe make it relatable that like, hey, it's summer. I know it's super hard to stay committed long-term to a fitness regimen in the summer, but if you have something coming up, maybe you can bust your butt for 3 weeks and feel super awesome on August 1st when you have that concert you're going to. Not that we can go to concerts anymore, but that's a dumb example. But you know what I mean? Like, make it specific. Speak to the person that you want to hear, you know, that you want to be in your group. Maybe you're speaking to yourself and you know, like, you want to be in the best summer body weather or body ever. So speak to that person and speak to those things in your post, and then create that call to action at the end of your post. So take action. The other way you can take action is to follow up. And people don't think about this as like a taking action thing because it's kind of a back burner to your inviting. But follow-up's almost as important as the initial invite, because if you're not following up, you know, it takes 5 to 8 times for people to talk to you or hear something before they're really going to commit. Some people commit right away and they're like the unicorns, but you know, if you've been doing this long enough, that it takes time, it takes conversation, it takes questions, it takes you asking someone what they're looking for, and it takes them asking you questions, what it's all about, before they feel comfortable enough to join you, whether it's with a new program or anything, whether it's Shakeology or Collagen or Energize. There's those conversations that have to happen. So you have to do all of the follow-ups. Even if you've been ghosted, don't be afraid to follow up with people, because you just never know what came up in their lives. I follow up so many times with people and they're like, oh my God, I opened that message and I just never responded. I do that. We all do that. So don't ever feel guilty for following up on a message that maybe went dead a few months ago, and just seeing where that person's at. I think people appreciate getting checked on too, to make sure they're okay, and just be genuine. I want to talk about, Teresa, I want to ask you a question really quick. Did they talk about, a sample workout?
They haven't brought that up yet, but I'll look into it.
Okay.
They're releasing a bunch of stuff right now, so I'll check in on it and I'll post that up if they do, for sure.
Okay, awesome. I was going to talk about the sample workout because I'm assuming they'll have some sort of sample, because the last few program launches, they've had a sample workout. So I'm just going to assume that they're going to have a sample workout, even though we don't really know yet. But having that sample workout is such a cool thing that they've been doing these last few program launches, because it opens up, I think, just so many more opportunities to reach out to people, or have people reach out to us and be like, yeah, I'll try a free workout. Like, who doesn't want a free sample at Costco? Like, yeah, I'll try it. I don't really even eat that stuff, but I'm going to take it off the tray. So people want free stuff, and they want to try something for free, and they want to try something to make sure they like it before they buy it. So I love that they're doing these free sample workouts. But when you're giving out or offering these free sample workouts, you have to make sure of a couple things. You have to make sure you're keeping track of every single person you sent that free link to. This is going to become your follow-up list. I mentioned this today. I did a live Power Hour on my team page, and it's, McKenna talks about this. It's like, if you are not tracking or following up, you're not running a business, you're running a hobby. So you have to be tracking who you're sending that link to. Don't just give it out all willy-nilly. If you're putting it on your Instagram, creating a poll, who wants a free trial, and you're giving it out, tell those people like, hey, I am so excited about this program. It's going to be 3 weeks long, the first portion of it. It's weightlifting with this cardio component and this jump rope. It's high intensity. People are getting insane results. Here's the sample. Give it a try. I'll follow up with you in a week to see how you like it. So you're putting a timeline on it. So people expect you to follow up with them. So when you do, you had already told them you're going to follow up with them. So it's not like this weird thing that you're coming back around and, hey, did you try that workout yet? You told them you were going to follow up. So put that timeline and that expectation when you send out that sample program. And again, create a follow-up list, whether it's on a Google Doc or on a spiral notebook. Create those follow-up lists. They're so important. The other thing I've done in the past, so those are the 3 things. The 3 steps to an effective launch are be excited, preparation, and taking action. The last thing I want to talk about is creating a Facebook events page. You could also do this in the form of a Google Doc. It doesn't even have to be on Facebook or a Google form, but it's a way to get your customers the information about this program. And in years past, what I've done is I've created a Facebook event. It's called like the #MBF launch info group. I'll add a ton of people. I'll post it on my social media, and I'll say, if you're interested in learning more about this program, just click in going or interested, and you'll be a part of the group. And I'll post different information over there over the next week to get you guys all the things you need to know about what to expect in this program. And sometimes I'll even do a giveaway in there. Like if you comment or share or like, I'll do a giveaway for maybe the new jump rope that's coming out. I don't know, but I would do a giveaway for something, or a few packets of Mixed Berry Energize, since that's brand new. But in these Facebook events, it's a great way for me to just get information out to a larger group of people. And it also, if people are saying they're going or interested in your event, that's an open invitation to me to reach out to them and talk to them about this program. And a lot of the times it is past challengers and customers, but that's okay, because we want coaches to be a part of this group. We want challengers who maybe are going to get signed up with an accessory bundle or a completion pack that I'm assuming is going to come with this jump rope. So it's opportunities still to achieve more Success Club points, volume, and get them started with a new program. So I love running the Facebook events. They've been really effective in the past. So that's always something you can do. You could even run it with your team or a few other coaches and just take turns posting different information in there, or going live and talking about the program just like this. And one last thing on launches. I know not everyone's always ready to launch on Beachbody's schedule. Just because this program is coming out, maybe it's not good timing for you, and that's okay. You can always do every single one of these steps anytime during the year for any program and relaunch a program. That's one thing Kate talks about on that National Wake Up Call. She relaunched 80-Day Obsession after she got her results and after her challengers got results. And then she had more testimonials to speak on. So it almost created more of a buzz, even though the official launch date of 80-Day Obsession had happened months prior. She was still able to relaunch that program super successfully and get like 50 new people in that group with her because she had testimonials. So you don't have to, we're going to have testimonials from obviously the test group, but it's awesome to have those as a, your personal customers and their results that they're comfortable with you sharing, and your own results too. So again, don't feel like just because this is the launch date, maybe it's not the right time for you. Maybe you can plan, again, preparation. When are you going to launch this program? When is it going to be right for you? Maybe it's going to be September. Maybe it's going to be August. But just make sure to set that date and that intention for yourself in your business. Oh, Teresa, I think you responded to that, to Cindy's question. Oh, because she was asking about what the test group was like. What was it like being in the test group? So that was her question.
It's been pretty amazing in the test group, just because everyone is super excited. So the energy is there, and everybody's just like super supportive of each other. So normally I'm kind of reserved about sharing pictures and stuff, but everybody was just like, hey, just putting everything up, and we're all like, yeah, great job. So love the test group. is
And
a
I
bit
know being a new coach, I like was on your case a lot about you need to hit success starter. Like you need to do this. Like, trust me, you're going to want to be in a test group. Like I
it's
talked.
so worth it though.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. Yes. I appreciate it so much. It's been
Well,
such an incredible experience.
and I just think for new coaches that are on here or new coaches we're going to bring on in the next couple months to our teams, like get them started right out the gate, hitting Success Club, and they can be in a test group like this by the end of the year, you guys. There's going to be more programs coming out. All they need to do is hit SC in 3 months, and they get the same opportunity. And it's amazing. Like I can't imagine you could have been with a super trainer and they did Zoom workouts with her and stuff. So super cool opportunity. So we'll open it to questions. You guys can unmute yourselves if you like. I know we went through a lot of questions already.
Well, I was still curious with the test group, like how you all communicated. Did you do Zoom calls? Were you on a Facebook group? How were you interacting with everyone?
So we all got invited to a private Facebook group, and we all pretty much just communicate with each other on there. Like a lot of people put their sweaty selfies up there and we're like, oh my God, that was a killer workout, whatever. They would put our like everything in that group. So essentially we just communicate through that. And then we'd also do like Zoom meetings like this too. And they would just talk to us about how to advertise this without giving away too much information. So that was a big thing. Pretty much everything was done through the Facebook group though.
How did you access the workouts?
On Facebook. Yes, so that was a little bit tricky. They would just put like a week's worth of workouts on Facebook and we just access them that way. Yes.
Interesting. I know I don't know if Kelly's still on. I can't see all the names. I don't see her face, but I know when Kelly did the test group for 22-minute hardcore way back when, it was still DVDs. So they got these like generic looking DVDs. I remember seeing it at one of the retreats, but it was like top secret. But now I was like, how do they do it now? They can't put it in your bod, obviously.
Right. Everything was like super secret too. So yeah, I'm really excited to just be telling you guys about all this. It's like, finally, yes.
And then Stephanie asked, I can answer this for you, Steph, so about Success Starter. Yes, within any coach's first 6 months as a coach, you can qualify to be a Success Starter if you lock in SC in any 3 of those months. They do not have to be consecutive. I just encourage my coaches to do it in the first 3 months because then you're in. And it just takes you off. And Ashley Smith's on the call. She's probably going to be in the next test group, whatever that's going to be. It's not a guarantee, though, about being in a test group. Every Success Starter, I believe, gets to be in a test group. Like that, yeah, that's part of the Success Starter program this year. So you get your free ticket to Summit, and you get to be in a new program test group. Yes. Huge deal. So, any other questions, you guys? We got Teresa on here. We're gonna pick her brain and make her spill all the secrets. I know it's late her time, so she's probably getting tired and delirious, and she'll just start talking.
No, I'm good. One thing for sure I wanted to tell you guys is definitely encourage people to not just focus on the scale, because I was having that problem too. I was like, oh, I'm only dropping like half a pound or a pound, and just like comparing that, but definitely emphasize, there are non-scale victories as well. Like your clothes will feel looser, you'll have more energy, you'll feel stronger. And I think that's really important, because even though a lot of people, they did lose weight, there was another group that didn't really see that change in the scale, and they'd be like, how come I'm not seeing that? So I think that's like super important to emphasize. There are other ways to see success besides on the scale. So.
Yeah. No, that's good advice. Because I think that a lot of people felt that when 80 Day Obsession launched, that people weren't seeing the scale move as much as they thought, but they were seeing results in other ways. So that's great advice, something to keep in mind.
Oh, you want a demonstration for the
yeah, they want to see the jump ropes. Your room where you are?
Wait, okay, I'll try. I'm not the most coordinated either. It takes some practice. Okay, hold on.
This is like the best kind of jump rope. It's not going to whip you in the shins.
Okay.
So the balls kind of just act as like momentum, like weighted things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does it feel like you're jumping a real jump rope?
Yeah, it does, but sometimes you get uncoordinated and one will go one direction, the other will go the others. And then
I think we should do a whole like team mashup of like jump rope bloopers when it all comes out.
I know. That would be fun. No, but it's like super fun to use. Like once you like get into it, get the hang of it, it's a lot of fun.
Cool. I'm excited. All right, you guys. Well, thank you. Oh yeah, I probably get I've punched myself doing 10 rounds, so I'm sure I'm gonna injure myself with the jump ropes.
Do we know how they're being recorded since we're in like a shelter in place? Like, is there going to be a cast or anything? Do we know that? I'm just curious.
Oh, do you know, Teresa, how they're filming it?
Oh, so this was interesting. Megan actually did the workouts at home. Like what we're doing, they're at her house right now. So I think they're gonna figure out some way. They haven't even like filmed it yet, you know, the final product. They're still getting feedback from us. They're asking us questions. We have actually assignments every week. They'll ask for our feedback, like what did you like about the workouts? What didn't you like? What worked? And then I think they're going to take that in and then film the final version. But I think they're going to be making some changes as well.
Interesting.
So
she's in Pasadena right now. She was posting on her Instagram. Megan was posting on her Instagram that she flew to Beachbody headquarters, and she's been posting like little like shots of them working on like filming and stuff like that there. So I think they're trying to do something in the studio.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I saw Carl post something too, so I was just curious if they had said anything yet.
Awesome. Well, we'll have to stay tuned. And yeah, like Teresa said, she will definitely, as things come out, we get those calendars and the things she can share, I'll share them to hard hitters and we'll make sure everybody gets access to all that stuff. So, well, thank you. I'll let everybody go since we're kind of coming up in 45 minutes here. So thank you again, Teresa. I'm so excited for this program. Now we're going to all go and talk about how excited we are about this program on our social media. Right? Yeah. All right, you guys, have a killer night. We'll talk to you soon.
all right.
Bye.